Hey guys, there's typically two wintertime lures that I use fishing for smallmouth bass on the Susquehanna River. Well, one of them is a hair jig. The other one is what's in here. So guys, when I'm fishing during the winter, especially on the Susquehanna River for smallmouth bass, I typically use a hair jig or a blade bait. Sometimes I use a small spoon, and this is something I picked up off of Aliexpress. I thought it looked pretty unique. It was 83 cents, I believe it was, when I first picked it up. Yep, 83 cents is free shipping. Right now it's 85 cents. All depends on the exchange rate and how much our countries are arguing back and forth over tariffs and stuff with China. But this came directly to me in this little e-packet. It's listed as one piece, 8-gram, fishing blade, vibes, lipless crank, ultralight, micro lures, trout lures, hard body, bait metal vibe lure LD125. Whole bunch of keywords for, looks like a custom kind of painted blade bait. Now, if you're not familiar with blade baits, these things are really cool. They're almost like a metal rattle trap almost, and they're pretty deadly on bass during the winter because you're getting that reaction strike out of them. This is what it is. Looking down here on the description and so forth on it, there's 4 different colors of them available right now on here, and the description specifically shows that they're 5 centimeters in length, they're 8 grams, so it's kind of a medium size for these blade baits. A lot of the ones we're finding are about 3.5 centimeters, so this is a little bit bigger, and it actually has a bucktail tied to it, which gives you a little bit more, you know, pizzazz and flash and action in the water. So let's take a look. I haven't used this one yet, although a lot of the blade baits we're getting from over there don't have a whole lot of general action. Some might have a little bit of vibration to it, but a lot of them are swimming pretty straight. But I'm also doing a lot of jigging off the bottom. In this case here, if I find a school of smallmouth bass suspended pretty deep in the water, I'll simply cast to the center of them and jig it through there and get the bites out of it. The one here is kind of a brass gold color, and the reason I got it is because it has this kind of, you know, thin looking shape cut out on it. And it has, again, that bucktail, but it has like an inlaid red graphic. I thought that was kind of unique. Doesn't mean it'll catch more fish, but definitely looks cooler because a little bit more unique shape than a lot of the ones we're finding. It has 3D eyes on it. It has split rings on the 2 hooks. The hooks on this actually look a little bit better than some, but it's still pretty shiny, kind of cheaper metal hook on it. Feels fairly sharp, but not the highest quality hook. The bucktail on it actually is tied pretty well. There's no like frayed string or anything on the tie. That actually does a lot. For 85 cents just to get a bucktail tied hook, that's pretty cool. Looking at the split rings, looks like the person who put this together had a little bit of a hard time getting the split ring on there. But not too much to it. They're pretty basic baits with a cut metal frame and some inlaid lead and so forth. But this one's cool. It's 3D. Very 3D kind of inlaid mold to it. I like it. It's one of the more unique ones. You actually see the facial features here on the head of the fish. I like it. But that's one of my main wintertime lures. Small spoons, blade baits, and hair jigs, especially for smallies. But pretty cool looking. Looks just like it does on the listing. Do I give it a thumbs up? Yep. 85 cents. That's a pretty good one. So if you're looking for a wintertime lure, that'll really work for you. Cool. I'll put a link up down below too, so you can go ahead and click on that. And if you haven't already, guys, we always ask you to be sure to subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Go down below and give us that thumbs up. Comment. Let us know what you want to see. And if you want to get on the water with us as soon as the weather gets a little bit better, or if you want me to come to you, I'm always looking to travel. Give me a shout out. Alright guys, we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.